Okay, I think I got it. You might see my brother behind me walking his dog. He has a pit. Yeah. In any case, listen, I got a revelation today. You know I have an old truck, so just bear with me. Today is August 20th. I'm going to try to do this one quickly. It is very early in the morning. Hold on, I got my other 7:31 right now, August 20th. Okay, and let me make sure I have these scriptures pulled up because there are two that came to me as well. All right, so I was sitting, of course, it could have been maybe about one something, and I went into my prayer. The reason why I noticed that in my videos that I'm constantly looking to the sides. That's because I see people walking. So I just kind of like go, oh, okay. Got to be mindful when you're in a car, okay? Especially us ladies, and of course men too, but especially us ladies, we have to be mindful when we're sitting in the cars, okay? So I'm gonna link the video that I'm speaking of with this because it was like a two-part video that I did. And I remember in that video saying, I don't know what that is or what it's about to that effect. But in prayer, that video was brought back to my memory. And then I heard the word mantles. And I said, is that what those were? So in that dream, there was a two-part dream. I remember saying that there was a child in my lap. And when I looked up, well, the child was telling me to look, okay? He was saying, look. And when I looked up, of course, the ceiling was stark white. But I thought they were hooks because it reminded you of like a half moon shape. And they were all over the ceiling. And I believe the reason why it was darkened was so that I could see it. Because as I stated, when I looked up, it was stark white. Okay. So the child was saying, look. It was as if it appeared. And the child said, aren't they beautiful? You'll know it in the other video. I was so ecstatic because in that video, I was saying that something big was getting ready to happen. So I heard mantles, and then that video came back. So I said, mantles are ready to be dropped. Mantles, right? And then I started to get excited. But then it was like a movie was playing out in my head as it was like a trance. And at the height of what happened when the world shut down, I don't like to say the word because usually your video would get tagged or whatever, and it takes a longer time for it to come up. I would say when the pestilence hit the land, okay, and the world shut. Remember, we lost a lot of people, millions, right? However, within those millions, we also lost leaders. Okay, I think he's coming. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, he wanted to ask me something. We lost a lot of leaders. I know, especially here in America, we lost a lot of leaders. Now, when we lose leaders who have mantles, that means that when they leave, there's a hole that needs to be filled. Now, I know that, people have been replaced and whatnot, but remember, there weren't just leaders that we may know of because they had a worldwide appeal or a national appeal, but there were leaders that we never heard of that were actually helping push the cross, as they say. So when those leaders left, the silent prayer warriors, the intercessors, the ones that go around serving and helping the needy, we lost a lot of those people. So those mantles need to be filled. God is saying that they are ready. The mantles that I saw in the dream, God was ready to give out the mantles. And he was saying that he needs people to be ready and to be prepared. I never understood why I kept saying, be ready, get prepared, be ready, stay in his presence. But those were the words that were coming to me at that time. So like I said, I'm going to link that video down below so you can see the entire video when I had that dream. But as far as this one is concerned, he's ready to hand out those mantles. He needs people on the earth, okay, that he can hand those mantles down to continue the work on the earth. There's still work that needs to be done. And the reason why this is so close to me is because I don't know what it is, but I remember at the age of 12, one very distinctive dream that I remember is my father praying. If you mention my father's name around here or city, they know my father. He's not well known like, bishops and all of this. He just had this mantle to pray. My father was a praying man. He could pray for hours, okay? I mean, sweat. He prayed and he dug in prayer. So that's why this is so close to me. And I kept saying, God, what is it about this prayer? And with that, especially like the last year, I've just been praying and wanting to pray more. And wanting to pray more and more. And so God is saying that there are people who know, or especially if you are related and you lost some people, there's a call. There is a call or a pull, so to speak, that God is pulling you. And it's like you're running. And I know that run because I ran for years. So there's nothing you can tell me. I ran for years. Okay? So God is saying that he's ready to hand out these mantles. And a good example of that is Elijah and Elisha. Okay? So, as a matter of fact, while I'm talking about it, let me, hold on. I'm going to pull that up. And this is for people who need references when it comes to the Bible. Okay, go to 1 Kings, the 19th chapter, okay? Go to 1 Kings, 19th chapter, and it will tell you the passing of the mantle. All right? So, 1 Kings 19th chapter. It's sort of like that. When someone leaves, you got to have somebody to replace. Just like Moses. When Moses left, when God took Moses, it was passed on to Joshua. So you have to have somebody in that place to carry on the work of God. And we lost so many people. So many people. And God is saying, where are you? I need you. I need you to complete the work. And one of the, where is it? One of the scriptures that I just want you guys to listen to. Remember when Jesus sent his disciples to get the donkey, to bring the donkey back so that he could enter into the city on a donkey? He did that because in Matthew 21:4 it says, this took place to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet. And this is the NIV version. Matthew 21:4. This took place to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet. So words have already been spoken, if you know, in the Bible, okay? That the times that we are living in order for the word to be fulfilled on the earth, God needs people. He needs people, which in Revelation 6:17, it says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So where are you? I'm included. So it's not like I'm going, where are you? Where am I? Okay. So I always say, I'm not one to point fingers like I'm so holier than thou, because I have flaws, and that's why I stay on my knees. That's why I stay at the feet of Jesus. I have to. Okay. So mantles are ready to be released. God is calling us because he's ready to release his mantles. And there were a lot. In the dream, I remember saying, you better grab. I remember in the dream, I remember saying I saw somebody jump up and like grabbed one. I remember that. And I also said it in my video. Okay. So people are answering the call, but there are many more mantles that he needs to release. So God is calling us. He's calling us. If you pay attention to the world and the news, especially if you're here in America, it's a lot of crap going on. That's what I say. It's a lot of crap going on. We have to stay focused. But then again, the Bible speaks of it. This is nothing new under the sun. If you are really into the Bible and you're really listening, and your ear is to the ground, and you're listening in the spirit, and you're staying in the spirit, because we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Okay? Everything is spiritual. You have to stay in the spirit. Do not get off your course. Do not get entangled in all of this, these arguments back and forth and whatever's going on. I know we want to say something, but we cannot, because it would throw us off. So, okay, hold on. Okay, I know this video is a little bit shorter than normal, but that's what I wanted to say. Okay, so yeah, I have to go. But guys, stay in the word. He's calling us out. I know it can be a little scary. It can be a little frightful. It can be a little fearful. But he's calling us out from way in the back. Way in the back of the church. From in our house online. That's me. Like I told you all, look, we are in this together. We're trying to make it together. But just remember, when God said that there is a remnant out there, don't be surprised if you're a part of that remnant, okay? Do not be surprised if you're a part of that small remnant that he needs to use, okay? Not to say that everybody's, in church or whatever. You guys know what I'm saying, okay? Don't take it all crazy. Don't take it crazy. But there is a remnant out there who is true to his word, who's really, really in tune and truly want God to use them to his full capacity, not ours, but his, because he is the one who will expand us and give us the capacity and the grace and the mercy in order to do what needs to be done here on the earth to make sure that his purpose is done. All right. So I will link that video down below, and pay close attention to when I start speaking about like hooks or something on the ceiling. Okay, that's about the first part of the video that I'm speaking of. They're mantles. God literally, or the Holy Spirit literally said in my ear, mantles. And then the video of, well, the dream actually came back, and I remember looking, going, oh, because it was stark white. And then just like that, the child kept saying, look, look, look. And when I looked, it went from white, and then you could literally see how dark it got. And it was just, like I said, it reminded me of like half moon hooks, but they were all, so they could have been heaven. I don't know, but there's a bunch of them up there. He's ready to drop the mantles to replace the mantles of the ones who left us. Okay, as you all know, there were a lot of leaders who left us, and I know that the ones that we see or who were known, you know, the bishops and all of that, who were replaced. But just remember, there are leaders that were not known, sort of like John the Baptist. You know, he was like out in the wilderness or whatever, recruiting out in the wilderness. Like that, there are people who are grassroots. They were literally out here. Those people left us, but they had mantles upon them. If you can think about it, think about someone that you know who you could have maybe called at any moment, and they would have actually spoke an encouraging word into you, or they could have prayed for you, and they're gone now. They had a mantle of prayer, a mantle of grace, a mantle of encouragement, a mantle to serve, okay, a mantle to lead in a smaller capacity. Those mantles need to be replaced. The work of the Lord has to keep moving. It has to keep moving. So although the world stood still and is slowly trying to come back, God's word still has to fulfill the prophecy that was placed upon the earth, okay? All right, because Revelation got to come into its fruition, and it's already starting, or it's been started, because remember, God sees, 2,000 years as a day or something like that. So for us, it's like, ooh, years, but not to God, okay? His word has to come, because his word does not fail. All right, okay, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Be blessed, be safe, stay in prayer. I'm praying for you. You guys pray for me as well, because we got to make this journey. We got to get to the other side. All right, see you later. Bye-bye.